this country and this representation is also asking from this chamber is that we push IT education even at the basic education level, elementary and secondary, particularly in our public schools. The educational system is another place where you can see the huge gap between the haves and the have-nots in this country. Sa public schools po natin, mukhang hindi kinakatagal. Even the basic form of education. So while we do have very good programmers, we do have very good creative media people, the vast majority of our young population has no formal exposure to information technology. And I think that is something that the Honorable Gentleman from Paranaque in this presentation should try to tackle.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. But perhaps my distinguished colleague from Taguig is aware that there is a public school in Paranaque, which is the Dr. Alcalde Santos National High School, which is located in Barangay San Martin de Porres, which is a barangay that the Tingas are very familiar with. And with the assistance of the ICT and the DOST, there is an IT center already in that public school. It is a public school. It's not a private school attended by wealthy citizens, but a public school attended by ordinary citizens. 60% at least of whom are residents of Taguig. So this is an initiative on the part of Paranaque, and majority of the beneficiaries are your residents, distinguished colleague from Taguig. And I'd like to thank our distinguished colleague when he was mayor that he gave this support, this initiative. So I think it may not be fully accurate to say that our citizens will not have access to IT. In fact, many of them are going to eventually end up in BPOs, in entities abroad. Maybe even, probably many of our colleagues are not aware that many of the animated movies, box office hits that are being shown internationally, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Commissioner from the CICT, I understand that at least 50% of them are products of Filipino animation ingenuity. So there is a very bright prospect. I'm also happy that the Secretary mentioned the BPO. The BPO in just a matter of maybe 5-6 years is almost about to overtake the tourism sector. The tourism sector that is being promoted for decades already, and it will be overtaken not only in terms of revenue. Our distinguished colleague mentioned $7.2 billion. I think it's going to reach about $10 billion already in about a year or two, because the growth rate is something like 25-30%, and maybe hitting unemployment level. The last SONA, where it was mentioned, was 600,000, but it will soon reach 1 million. Many of them will be from Paranaque, will be from Taguig, many places from Metro Manila, many places of the Philippines. And this is going to be a very bright spot as far as the Philippine economy is concerned. It is again going to be a game changer as far as this country is concerned. May I know if our distinguished colleague is in agreement with this?
Mr. Speaker and my distinguished colleague from Paranaque, yes, we are in agreement that ICT will be the game changer. It will be the primary mover of this country's economy. Let me just clarify that point on IT education. We in the team also have a science high school, and its students rank way above most in the higher schools. Personally, I'd like to thank the distinguished gentleman from Paranaque for his support for students who are going to the Alcalde Santos High School, and there are a lot of Taguig residents definitely it is important, I think, that pardoners will be laboring the point in this chamber. But this is the one industry that can change the country and allow us to leapfrog over our competition. So yes, I agree with you, my colleague, distinguished colleague.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, I also like to advance information, and I think this will be of great interest to our IT advocate from Taguig. This representation also has another bill, another low-numbered bill, House Bill number 195. I call it the ICT Venture Capital Fund of 2010. And the idea here is to provide funding, venture capital for our IT entrepreneurs. Many of them have bright ideas. Many of them we don't know about to become maybe in a smaller way the Google of the future. Because Google is a product that does not need a big infrastructure. It did not start as capital intensive, but over a short period of time, less than 10 years, it became a giant corporation hosting of cash assets of something like $300 billion and growing. But with this, probably with the support of our distinguished colleague from Taguig, this will come to fruition. This is a revival of a bill that I filed the last Congress. It moved a little, but probably with an IT advocate from Taguig, this will move a little faster with the distinguished gentleman's support.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, and I would like to commend the gentleman from Paranaque for pushing for a VC or venture capital bill in Congress. This is something that the industry seriously needs. You will not have entrepreneurs unless you will have venture capitals to support them. For the knowledge of the distinguished gentleman from Paranaque, our office has already gotten a copy of all your ICT-related bills, and we are very impressed with how they were crafted, and we will definitely support these ICT bills.
Thank you. Because it's very unfortunate that there is one gentleman based in the United States, but of Filipino descent, who may have more money than the Philippine government as far as IT venture capital is concerned. And we are talking of Mr. Justado Panakaw, originally from Cagayan.